Now let's bring in ABC's Martha Raddatz, who will be hosting This Week Later. Martha, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. So this operation, Israel's goal in the operation in Rafah, Mark is just describing there that they're saying that this is precise and limited in scope, not that full-scale operation. Is this just semantics? What is the goal of this operation?
Well, we've heard the Israelis say, Janae, that they want to wipe out Hamas entirely. But this has the U.S. incredibly worried about exactly what will happen there. They do fear there will be a full-scale invasion into Rafah using those large bombs, the same kind of bombs that President Biden put a hold on, 500-pound bombs, 2,000-pound bombs that often have a bigger blast radius. And it is easier, certainly, to kill civilians. So that is what the U.S. is watching. You've heard President Biden say again and again, we don't want that full-scale invasion, and that is why he withheld those weapons. But you also heard the State Department saying it is reasonable to assess that U.S. weapons have been used by Israel in instances inconsistent with international law, although they did not conclude that they violated the law. So this is something the administration and the world is watching very closely, Janae.
And Martha, that's exactly what I want to ask you about, because we have heard the Biden administration's rhetoric sort of ticking up when it comes to Israel, even slow rolling that support. But now here we have that the evidence, the State Department says that Israel breached international law. Is the Biden administration likely to punish Israel?
Well, they said, they didn't specifically say they breached it. They said they may have breached it. So I don't think there's any punishment involved in this. And there's been some backlash from people saying this report didn't go far enough, although others think it went too far, of course. But it has sort of muddied the situation. But there should be, or there would be, punishment by the administration if they do this full-scale assault. I think you will see them withholding more weapons, and President Biden did warn them of that. Janae.
And this is such a delicate balance, Martha. How is this impacting Israel's support in Congress when you're saying that, I mean, even for President Biden, that he's really getting it from both sides?
Exactly the situation now. He is getting it from both sides. And we're going to talk about this morning on This Week with people from both sides who think he has just been too hard on Israel, that we should send everything we have in to help Israel. And others are saying it's just too much.
You certainly have got it covered this morning, Martha. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you. And
Same
make sure,
to you.
Thank you. You at home tune in to This Week Later this morning. Martha, as she just said, she speaks with top Biden ally, Senator Chris Coons, and Republican chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael McCaul, about the state of the war in Gaza. Plus, Martha sits down with George Stephanopoulos to discuss his new book, The Situation Room, the inside story of presidents in crisis.